she's always out there. She's dancing with the dancers. And then she has like this moment. Beyonce kept being like,
I love the pride.
I'm like,
I love
enough.
the pride that Beyonce has for her. She looks so proud when she sees her daughter.
I have entered the beehive.
So are you on Jeff Lewis every week now?
I'm on Jeff Lewis every week, either the after show or the main show.
It's so fun.
Isn't it fun?
I had so much fun last week. Yeah, I love him so much.
I'm doing a live show tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh my God, fun.
It's my third live show, and then I'm doing 2 live shows in San Francisco.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. So explain what those are, because you guys were talking about it.
So like the chumps, the favorite chumps
Yeah.
or whatever, like go and the fans come and there's like 600 people. And
Oh my God.
They have like a VVIP meet and greet. So we have to take pictures with them for an hour and then talk. And then we do the live show up on the stage, which is basically this. We're just shooting the audience.
That's so fun.
Which is so fun. And it's cool.
And so are you fully a chump now?
I'm a chump.
Okay, I love that. Yeah. It was scary when I went on. I was actually thinking about it because when I went on Jeff Lewis last year, or like maybe even longer ago, I was so nervous and I think I didn't act like myself. And then I realized that's on growth, because last week I was like, I don't care anymore, because you know how he has the most intense fans of all.
They're crazy. The chumps they don't let down.
No. And so like last year they didn't really like me and they were like, Tinx is like the worst and boring and we hate her. And then this year I was like, I don't care. And honestly, that's how you win people over, is to not care.
I think they loved you this time.
I think it was fun. It was also fun to have you there, a third person.
I know. We did really well together.
Yeah, it was good.
This is the collab that everyone's always wanted.
Exactly.
The Tinx and Joey collab. Get ready.
With that, welcome to another episode of Office Hours, joined this week by my esteemed colleague, aka my fellow influencer, Joey Zauzig. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for coming, and this is going to be good. I have some really good stories today. But first, I must ask you, and you're a great person to ask this because you're as obsessed with food as me. What's the best thing you ate this week? Was it a Skinty creation?
It was a Skinty creation. I woke up. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to preface. I have 2.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Of course.
Okay. If you know, you know. There's nothing better than a hungover Uncrustable.
Oh my God.
And I was so hungover brutally this weekend because I'm single, so I turned the fuck up all weekend. And I was like, I did get this place called, have you had Ghost Sando shop before?
Wait, we love it. We just tried it. We're obsessed.
I got it 3 times this weekend.
No, we're obsessed.
So I got that, and then it parlayed into my sandwich era. So I was like, I need an Uncrustable because it's been so long.
Right.
I bought the jumbo motherfucking box of strawberry and grape mix, and then I got the chocolate one. Don't get the chocolate one, but I'm not gonna lie, I had 8 Uncrustables in a sitting.
Yeah.
And that was the number one. And then my Skinty creation was a lobster little lettuce boat, because I really wanted a lobster roll, but I'm trying to be skinty for Europe.
Yeah.
So I made myself all the dressings on TikTok now, but it tasted like a lettuce roll. It tasted like a lobster roll, but it was on a lettuce cup. It was Skinty. You just gotta douse the fuck out of it with lemon, really.
You do. And so if you guys don't follow Joey, what are you doing? But if you don't follow him, he makes all of these, he calls them his Skinty creations. And here's what I like about them. They really don't sacrifice on taste. Because I feel like a lot of the time influencers will be like, okay, like, oh my God, I have the most amazing snack for you. It's like a rice cake with peanut butter, like, whoa. And you're like, I just would rather like have a cookie at this point. But Joey, like, really, there's a lot of integrity to these snacks. They're spicy, they're sweet. It's basically a true Skinty version of what you really want.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah. And that's the whole point, because I don't want to read a paragraph about why you made this recipe and why it's special. Oh my God. I don't want to be like Lucky Blue Smith. Sorry, I love her, but I'm not going to harvest my own ingredients.
Right.
I'm going to get the pre-made pulled chicken. It's going to be a rotisserie chicken with some Greek yogurt, and it's going to be fucking bada bing,
and a bottle of buffalo sauce, and we're good to go.
Period. Primal Kitchen is the best.
No, one time I accidentally activated the chef community, because you know how when you do go to a recipe and there's like their life story before, and I guess there's some legal reason. I didn't know that there was a reason. And I went on TikTok and I was talking mad shit, and I was like, it's so annoying how you go on and it's like, when I was 7, I grew up, and then you have to scroll like 6 pages down until it's like, I just want the fucking recipe for the cookies or whatever. But apparently there's some reason they're like, God, she's so stupid. She doesn't even know this. It's for like SEO or blah, 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 or like copyright or something. And I was like, I'm sorry. Chef community gets activated.
Oh, well, I'm fucked. I mean, the chef community is going to be really mad when I tell them this. I'm going to drop it on your podcast. I'm doing a Skinty cookbook, and they're going to be fucking pissed.
Oh my God.
Because it's a disaster. I haven't told anyone that yet.
Okay, well.
I'm probably going to get in trouble. So, but I won't. Whatever. Sorry, Haley. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Lisa. Sorry, Sophia. But it's going to be great because it's going to be easy as fuck.
That's what people want.
I want you to open up a book in your kitchen. I want you to be hungover. And I want you to be like, I can make something from the shit I have in my fridge. As long as you got some banana peppers and some Greek yogurt, you'll probably be good. And maybe a can of tuna.
Wait, that's so exciting and so needed. I was going to say, like, you have to do something with this because I'm obsessed with your cooking videos because they are easy and they're just like, they're funny and it's just you being you, just like figuring it out. But I feel like your favorite, like the Joey starter pack would be like in the kitchen would be banana peppers, tuna, like lots of hot sauce. You love a hot sauce. You love like a Skinty cracker, like stand-in. Yes, a crunch.
It's all about the crunch.
Yeah. Like now I'm to the point where I'm like, if I see something and they're like, oh, you can do it without the bread. I'm like, Skinty. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a good word. It's a good word.
TM, bitch.
I love that. Okay, well, that's so exciting. Congrats.
Thank you.
We need
I'm
this
excited.
cookbook.
It's gonna be good.
Delish. What's the most annoying part of your week? Probably what you just told me coming in.
Girl, I think it's probably because only when I'm on the way to Tinx's podcast is this going to be.
Yeah.
I think definitely driving past my ex for the first time, brand new ex. It's like a divorce, as I told you, like what's going on.
Yeah.
That's just another thing. The fact that he hasn't got me back my settlement agreement yet, that's another thing. And I think just like trying to get over the hangover that I had after a long weekend because I did go hard and it took me till today. And guess what? I'm about to here's what happens. You do it, and then by the time I get to Friday, I'm ready to go all over again. So I'm like, fuck. And being single is not, that's all I want to do is go out with my friends.
Of course.
I do need to spend some time alone.
Okay. That's really, that's very high vibrational of you. I'm having a problem right now where I don't want to be alone. I think we go through different phases. Sometimes I'm like very zen. I'm good to be in my house just watching TV and relaxing. Sometimes I'm like, I want to be out all the time. And that's been my phase for like the past year. So I understand. And also if you're single, what else is there to do?
I'm not gonna read. I should read.
We should read more.
I gotta read The Shift by Tinx.
You have to read it.
I know.
Yeah. Well, now that you're in your single era, you need to.
I do.
Wait. So where did you end up going this weekend? Because last week you were saying I could go here. I could go here. This man has very many invites.
I did. I never have any fucking invites. I have like 3 friends. But no, I do. I did have an invite to go to Cabo with my manager and her mom, and I decided not to do that. I was like, I need to be in LA, which mistake because nothing goes on in LA, as we've talked about. It's like pretty bland. It's pretty bleak.
It's bleak.
So I went to a friend's 30th birthday on Thursday. It was bleak. It got busted by the cops. It was so like high school. I was like, I was so disappointed by this party. So I just went back to my house and I made myself a fucking Skinty Pop-Tart and I called it a day.
There you go. I know. And that's another thing people get very activated about. By the way, if just because I'm not feeling the social scene in LA, it doesn't mean that all of LA is bad. And it doesn't mean that if you're from here, you should get upset about that. It's just a commentary, which by the way, I think a lot of people in LA also agree that there's not much going on here at night. People get so upset and I'm like, well, okay, fine. Where's the party? Like, I think I would have heard if there was people. And you know what? Why I know I'm right? No, my Instagram stories from all of my LA friends, nobody's out on a Saturday, on a Friday. I'm looking at the Instagram stories. I'm like, okay, you're staying home, you're grilling, you're doing this and that's fine. But there is not a party to be had here.
No. And I think the thing in LA is like, it's weekdays people go out and weekends people stay in. But I don't like that mentality because I want to work really hard during the week and I want to turn the fuck up. I don't have an off switch.
Right.
But it's boring. And then everyone's like, let's go to Venice to go to like market. I'm like, I'm not going to market in Venice.
I went to market this weekend.
Wait, you did?
I did. No.
I've never been.
Yeah, it took me 45 drinks to get there, but I got there.
What night did you go?
I went on Saturday.
I was there on Saturday. I should have fucking gone.
We had a good time.
I was at my friend's house in Venice. Half the people went to market, half the people stay at the house. I was
like,
I get anxiety now. Like, it's just a lot of people. What was it like?
It was fun. They have a DJ that's pretty fun there, and it did get going. It wasn't full, and it's not helpful that there's one place in all of LA that people can go to dance. But yeah, it was fun.
Oh, well, now I need to go.
45 drinks in, most
Sorry, I
things
should on market.
No,
if Tinx goes there, it's cool.
Yeah. No, it's good. Okay, here's my last warm-up question. Not that you need to warm up.
Okay.
If you were dead and your best friends were trying to resurrect you, what 5 items would they need? I feel like I could guess this, but go.
Yeah, you really could guess this. I mean, number one, a shrimp cocky, no matter what. Because if I don't have my shrimp cocktail, babe, but we ain't getting moving for the day. I already had one this morning. I'm dead ass serious.
It is 11:40.
I woke up at 5:30. I went to the gym. I came home. I had a beautiful shrimp cocky in my fridge. And I was like, it's going to go bad, so I might as well eat it now.
Yeah.
I think when I have a shrimp cocky, it makes me do better. And I've been on a podcast. This is my last one today. I got one more, babe.
Oof.
Okay. And then I think... I'm sorry. This is so bad, but I need to scroll on my phone and have TikTok.
Yeah.
I need the app.
You're a creator.
And I will be scrolling for hours at a time.
For sure.
And then what is it? How many things?
5 things to resurrect you.
Can you give me one that you would
Shrimp
think about?
cocky, I think your phone, your dogs, your martinis.
I need a dog.
And maybe like a hot sauce bottle.
Yes.
I think that's
you nailed it.
Yeah, that's it.
I really need my dogs back. That's what we need.
That's what you need.
Those dogs mean the world to me.
They mean the world to you. Pets are very important. We have a dog story in here because I know you're a dog person. But first I want to talk about Northwest. Okay. She performed the Lion King song at the Hollywood Bowl. And so what do you think about this? Did you catch any of the clips?
Didn't catch any of the clips, but I'm just trying to like envision it.
Yeah.
Myself. Was she like in a like...
She was in a lion costume. She was in a lion costume.
Was she? She better have been in a lion costume, bitch. Okay. If she wasn't, we got an issue.
Yes. So she performed...
Was she like full on like, se venga?
She performed I Just Can't Wait to Be King dressed as Simba. And so this is like her Hollywood debut. And apparently when they were announcing her, they said, please welcome the brilliant Northwest. Can you imagine being 11 and being on stage at the Hollywood Bowl singing a song and people being like, the brilliant Northwest? Like, it's kind of insane. Also, I think it's interesting that her and Blue Ivy, like the most famous parents in the world, like have these 2 daughters and they're like kind of the same age. And now they're both being in the public eye. They're already getting their start. Like that is so young to start performing. Like when I went to see Beyonce, I was so shook at how amazing Blue Ivy did on tour. Like I was shook to my core. Like she's an absolutely incredible performer. I've seen a few of the clips of the Northwest performing and she brought it. She brought the energy.
I mean, you would only expect that she would bring the energy, but I'm going to do a hot take for a second. I'm going to get shit through the mud for this, but shit through the mud? You guys know what I mean. I don't fucking know. Okay, I went to the Beyonce concert.
Okay.
I was very excited to see Beyonce.
Okay.
It was it was her last show. It was a little bit more Blue Ivy than I would have loved. She was really excited to be up there. I was like, girl, you need to give it a rest.
Okay.
We get it. And it was a little much. And I'm sorry. And I just didn't. I appreciate her coming out once or twice or whatever. She was out there the whole damn time.
I didn't know. Wow.
And
maybe it was because it was the last one. Was it in LA?
Yes.
Okay. I saw in New York.
I think you just didn't realize she's always out there. She's dancing with the dancers. And then she has like this moment. Beyonce kept being like,
I love the pride.
I'm like,
I love the pride that Beyonce has for her. She looks so proud when she sees her daughter.
I have entered the beehive, bitch.
You've entered it. No, I know.
I am in the beehive.
You literally have. But okay, but so Blue Ivy is going to play the role of Kiara, who is the daughter of Simba and Nala. So,
oh my God, what is next?
So it's like, this is a lot of, the Lion King is like, ooh, one girl's doing this, one girl's doing that. Okay.
I'm glad they're following their dreams.
I'm glad they're following their dreams.
That should be what's the most important thing.
No, and I think Blue Ivy is genuinely really, really talented.
She is.
So good for her for
She's
playing.
Talented.
I would love to do voice work. This is so like, she's going to voice the role of this. Like, I would love to be a cartoon animal. Like that is something I would love to get into.
You would kill it.
Well, I kind of have a lisp, which I feel like I think it's cute for like baby animal characters to have a lisp. So I feel like, hey, Pixar, hit me up.
Can I give a hot take?
Yeah.
I think that your voice and your lisp is like the hottest thing in the whole entire world. And I'm not even just hyping you up. I think it's so sexy. And I've always thought that about you.
Thank you.
And I think it just makes you like, I think guys should really take notes because that's who the fuck you want in your bed in the morning is someone. It makes you, it's an endearing thing. I don't want you to have some like high-pitched annoying voice.
Yeah.
I fucking think your voice is the sexiest. Like it's the sexiest.
Well, it takes one to know, and you have a good voice.
You think so?
I could go deeper. You could do like.
I could do voiceovers. We should just create like a cartoon, like an influencer cartoon.
Yeah, an influencer cartoon. Wait, that's actually really kind of that's.
I would love voiceovers. Should we do an influencer cartoon?
Yeah, about all of the mad things that happen in our strange world.
Yeah, I mean they're doing an influencer TV show in New York now.
Are they? Are they?
It's going to be called Making It at Manhattan. Bravo just announced it. I know who's on the cast. But
are you allowed to say who's on the cast?
Well, this is speculation.
Okay, so say it. Alleged.
Brooks Marks, Meredith Marks' son.
I love him.
Who's my basically my little brother. We talk on the phone all the time.
I love him.
Gia, Teresa Giudice's daughter.
Shut the fuck up. That's iconic.
XOXO Amira.
Amazing.
And that's all I know. It's on like Reddit and stuff, so I'm not confirmed. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't talked to anyone about it, so I don't know. But
I would love that because you know what I think? I love Bravo. I'm such a Bravo obsessive. But you know, I miss those shows that were like NYC Prep and Gallery Girls and Ladies of London, like kind of the more
NYC
like
Prep.
niche, like reality where it's just the drama is so good and you get so attached to the characters. So I would love that.
Me too. I think it's gonna be good.
Oh my God.
Would you ever do a reality show?
Yeah, why not?
You need to.
I mean, how was your experience doing it?
My experience, well, it was, the same production company that does Housewives.
Right.
So it was the exact experience. And I filmed for 3.5 months.
Right.
MTV taking it and buying it and changing it last minute. On the way to New York, no one knows this. On the way to New York, they emailed us all while we were on our way to New York to do the announcement and changed the name the night before the announcement.
That's insane.
And then a week before the show came out, they decided, hey, we're going to put it on MTV. Hey, we're going to put it after RuPaul's Drag Race. It's going to be a great move. Didn't tell us they were cutting RuPaul's Drag Race 30 minutes. What do you think the gays did? They went fucking crazy. They went up in arms. So they trashed the show.
Right.
And the show got cut down to be kind of not the best. It was so good.
Yeah.
In the original 12 episodes, and they changed everything.
Well, this is the thing about reality TV is that you have so little control. Like you you have no control over your edit, even bigger things. I think people will be really surprised to learn that you literally don't even have control over the show. Like they can tell you the name is one thing, they change it to another, which is scary. Like it's really scary. And I feel like every season of one of our favorite shows, someone comes out and is like, I was so misrepresented. This is not how it went down, this, that, and the third. So it is scary, but I would still do it. Whatever, it's a good experience.
You have to. And the rule about reality TV that nobody knows that I learned is you have to just be yourself no matter what that means.
Yeah.
People hate the person that tries to be something or tries to just plug their business. People hate that person. I'm not perfect. None of us are. I was 100% fucking myself on that show. And it's pretty trippy to watch back. I'm not going to lie, but I learned from it because I'm like, I have some things to work on.
You were yourself on it. I know. And I feel like we can all sniff out so fast on Housewives, whatever, we can see who is just not trying to be themselves.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Tinx
is doing a new reality show and we just leaked it here now. Thanks.
Okay, so Bark Air, an airline for dogs, takes first flight departing from New York. So New York to LA, one ticket is $6,000 and each ticket includes one dog and one human. No kids are allowed on the flight and you have to be 18 or over. Would you do this?
I mean,
it sounds kind of great.
I would do anything for my dogs. I mean, they always fly first class. They always have a lay flat seat.
Facts.
They've never been in economy.
No, neither have my cats.
Wait, your cats fly first?
Of course. I said
of course they do. Tinx's cats in economy in 30E near the bathroom.
A middle seat, not for my babies.
Miso, absolutely fucking not.
No, but I think it's a cute idea. It's like, I think that I would love to watch a reality show about Bark Air. Honestly, I think that would be the cutest thing of all. Like all the diva people with their dogs that they're obsessed with, like bringing them on, like spending all this money to go between New York and LA. Probably like only the most fabulous dog obsessed people are going to take this airline.
It's like a below deck for dogs,
kind of,
and for like crazy pet parents. That's something.
It's something. So I do watch Below Deck.
Yeah.
So it's the one Bravo show that I haven't started. Should I start from the beginning?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I've watched it, but it's not my favorite. I cannot necessarily get into it, but I started watching recently when Jill Zarin was on it, and Jeff was like thinking, just watch that one because like she really just watch that one. You will like that. We're very similar, I think, and so that's never a Bravo show I've gotten into. But after watching that, I kind of understood it. It's just messy as fuck.
I love that,
and I love a messy show. So because the people there literally are paying to be on a reality show.
Right.
So they're just trying to do anything to get that airtime.
Right.
And it's hilarious
they're
to
thirsty.
watch.
Yeah. Okay. I'll watch that.
You have to.
I love that. Nicki Minaj arrested in Amsterdam airport. Have you been to Amsterdam?
No. Wait, have I? No.
The place where
where's Amsterdam? Wait, is it like
the Netherlands?
Oh, the Netherlands. Yeah. No.
Okay, it was so I went to Amsterdam once when I was like on my Euro trip when I graduated high school. And, you know, it's the place where before weed was legal in, you know, America, everybody could smoke weed there because it was legal way before. And so we smoked a bunch of weed, whatever. I ate 50 chicken nuggets. But then the next night we were like, let's take mushrooms. And it was before mushrooms were trendy. It was, you know, I didn't know about like chocolate mushrooms. This was, you know, how old am I now? This was 15 years ago. And so we go and we like buy these mushrooms, and they weren't the cute little chocolate gummy ones that you get now. They were like straight up look like porcinis, like dried as fuck, like withery, you know, whatever. And we were like, should we do it? I was with my two best girlfriends, and they were like, yeah, like we do it. So, you know, the classic story. We ate some mushrooms. We sit there, nothing's happening. We're like, let's take more. It's not working. The guy had told us they're really strong, you know, whatever, just be careful. It's your first time. So we eat more. And then all of a sudden I'm in the lobby and I'm like looking up and the walls just start melting. Like the room is going upside down. And I was like, oh no. I'm like, we have to go to the room. We're freaking out. All three of us girls, like freaking out, crying, looking at ourselves in the mirror, being like, what's happening? I called my mom. I was like, this is the end. I'm so sorry. I'm going to die. She was like, what? And I was like, bye. And I hung up my phone, turned my phone off. We're all freaking out. I truly thought it was the end of my life. And it was just a terrible experience. And I didn't do mushrooms again for a very long time. So anyway, let's see
shit.
No, but it was like the gnarly ones.
You're like Nicki Minaj in Amsterdam. And then I called my mom and told her it was the end. I'm like,
no. But by the way, Amsterdam is a very beautiful place. I think people think it's only weed and, you know, the red light district, but it's super beautiful and livable. And I got on like Amsterdam TikTok a while ago, and I followed this cute couple that like live there, and they bike around and they like buy flowers for each other, and it's very cute. Anyway.
I just want to go to the red light district. That's the only reason I want to go.
Exactly. I don't really smoke weed anymore. I never really smoked weed, but I'm a gummy girl, but I'm not a big weed person.
I'm not either. I can't smoke it. It makes me too trippy.
I like to take a gummy before bed, and then I just relax and I sleep immediately. But I'm like nonverbal when I do weed.
Same. Like if I'm out and I smoke, if someone's like, you want to like hit the joint? I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. And then I'm like, why is everyone like, look, I get too paranoid and then I have to like go home.
I wanted to be like a cool weed girl, like so bad, but I can't smoke. I don't like to smoke things. So I do love a gummy though.
Yeah, I do too. But then I went on a real big gummy bender at night, like for
sleeping. Remember? You did that, yeah.
I was always taking a damn gummy. And then when I stopped drinking, I would take a gummy when I went out.
Yeah.
And then it just started to make me really groggy. I think you have to have the right mix of the gummy.
You have to have the right mix. You have to find the right one. I found one that makes me really sleepy and relaxed. So I just do that. But yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Nicki Minaj.
Nikki was arrested by police at Amsterdam's Schiphol airport on Saturday. I have one more thing to say before I get onto this story. I had one of the most stressful experiences of my life in the Amsterdam airport. If anybody remembers my travel day from hell from last summer, when they lost my bag and they were going to make me sleep there, and I almost missed my flight. I was waiting for my bag for literally 3 hours. I needed to go to France for work. I was crying, and it was literally like in a movie because they finally brought my bag up, and I was running through customs, and it was like in a movie. She goes, "Wait, stop. Why are you running?" And I was like, "Because I'm about to miss my flight, bitch. Why else would I be running through an airport for my cardio?" And she's like, "Open your bag." I was like, "Here's my boarding pass. Like, I have been traveling for over 24 hours. I need to go." Like, and she's like, "Open your bag." And so she's opening it, and it was the type of thing where the more exasperated you get, like you can't use your words because you're so upset. And they're like, "Whoa, you're really upset. You need to sit down." Like, ma'am, like fully thinking that I'm causing trouble. And I was like sobbing, being like, "It's a bridesmaid's dress. What do you want to like take me for? Like, what? It's not drugs." Like, and they're like, "Oh my God." Anyway. Back to the story. We gotta get this chick out of here. I don't think me and Amsterdam mix, but anyway, the Dutch police released a statement that the 41-year-old Nikki looks amazing for 41.
I'm a Nikki stan, bitch.
Same. 41-year-old was arrested for trying to leave the country while in possession of soft drugs, which is prohibited. Minaj was fined and released shortly after her arrest. Okay. She documented her arrest on Insta and later wrote on X. Now they said that they found weed and that another group of people have to come here to weigh the pre-rolls. Keep in mind, they took my bags without my consent. My security has already advised them that those pre-rolls belong to him. Oh yeah, and the pilot wants me to take down my IG post. Damn. And she had to cancel her show in England because she didn't make it. Okay. Honestly.
That seems a little out of control.
Okay. We need to relax. It's a little weird. Like,
it's pre-rolled joints. It's very organized.
It's very organized. And like, you go to Amsterdam, I think it's obvious. Yeah. Maybe she wanted to take some weed. Like, who cares?
Every other fucking person has the same shit in their bag if they're coming from Amsterdam. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Not that I knew where Amsterdam was 5 minutes ago, but it doesn't make sense like that anyone would care about that. I feel like sometimes they use celebrities as examples.
1,000%.
Remember when that chick from Fifth Harmony, Lauren, got detained at the DCA, Washington, D.C. airport for weed? I'm like, give the girl a fucking break.
No,
I mean,
literally.
it is D.C. Lauren, get it together. But like, and you're in Fifth Harmony. Like, no one's really, sorry, work from home for life. But I mean, like, it's just, you know.
No, it's like, give it a rest.
Not Nikki. Out of all the people.
Not her.
I want to go to her concert so bad.
Same.
I love Nikki so much.
I love her.
Let's fuck this club up.
So much. I'm
obsessed. High heels on my tippies for life.
High heels on. Don't say and goodbye.
That's on my titties.
No, she's everything to me. I also feel like sometimes the places that are supposed to be the most wild and free have the most strict rules. For example, Vegas. Like, Vegas is kind of anal. Like, if you compare Vegas and Miami, they don't give a fuck. If you are walking around with a drink, they don't care. You want to skip the line and give them some money and you can skip the line. Vegas is very like, you put your name on a list and you get your band and you walk to the front of the club and now you can have fun and then you leave the club and it's like, Jesus, just like relax. Like,
dude, that's why I don't like, that's so funny. Because every time I'm in Vegas, I don't have a good time because I feel like when I'm walking through the fucking casino drunk as fuck, I feel like there's all eyes on me and there's too much security.
No, there's too much security.
And then like even at the Adele concert, it was like a fucking like, it was crazy, like some soldier shit. And I was like, why are they so anal about this? Here's my ticket. They like triple checked it. I'm like, I'm just going to see my girl Adele afterwards. Best concert ever.
It's very like organized fun in Vegas where it's like, okay, you get your wristband to the pool party and like you can go wild, but not too wild because like you said, there's so much fucking security. I've had good times in Vegas, but I would always rather go to Miami. I love Miami.
I love Miami so much. I need to get back there.
So fun.
Single, Joey, Miami, get ready, baby.
Okay. So Miss Bethenny Frankel she has made over 20 TikToks about not being led into Chanel. What is your take on this? For anybody who doesn't know, Bethenny Frankel, she went to go shopping in Chanel, and I guess she was dressed.
She wasn't dressed that
No.
She had just come out.
Yeah, she had just come, she was walking around, whatever.
She basically was wearing her flight outfit to the Chanel store. Yes.
So she wrote, crime is at an all-time high and security is critical. I could easily call one of my salespeople and get on this list. That's besides the point. I was straight off a plane in a sweaty shirt and not dolled up or looking wealthy. So, she got turned away. And then the next day she went back in a, fancy Chanel heavy outfit and they let her in. She's made 25 TikToks about it. And now her videos have kind of become a bit where she's like mocking herself. And some people are saying it's kind of a lot. What is your take on this?
Well, first of all, shout out Bethenny because she always comments on my Skinty recipes and she's like a queen. But I mean, I think it's always been that way, but it's like sales associates at this point should know, like the age old thing is like, you never know what people's position is. And usually the people with the most money are going to be wearing the shittiest outfits.
Casual thing.
So let the girl, also it's like, who doesn't know who the fuck Bethenny Frankel is? Like let her in the shop. Bitch. But I mean, I get it in a way, but I mean, I guess it depends on where you're at. But like, I just love the TikToks because I love that she had literally Chanel down to like the earrings.
She had so much Chanel.
She had so much Chanel. I was like shook by that part of it. But I'm like, are you doing this because, oh God, well, whatever. Are you doing it because obviously when things do good on TikTok, people get excited. You get a little hard on and you start going hard.
Go for it.
And you're like, let's try do the Dior store next. And
right.
But I don't think it's like an epidemic epidemic?
Yeah.
Pandemic?
Epidemic, yeah.
Epidemic. To like think that people need to be so worried about like, oh, like they're discriminating against people because it's like, if you got to get in the Chanel store, you'll get in the Chanel store.
I think that's right. I think you're right. I think it's like, listen, I stand Bethenny. I'm always been a big fan of hers, but I think it's like, yeah, when something is going well on TikTok, you're like, let me see how many TikToks I can get out of this, and it's people are still watching, so whatever. But I don't think that it's I mean, look, it's the fanciest brand in the world. Of course, they're probably going to have some rules and regulations around it. I don't think it's that shocking. I don't think it's that big of a story per se. I think she wanted to make a content moment out of it. Go off. I then saw, I was randomly on Instagram and it popped up on my Discover, Chanel sales rise 16% to 20 billion. So this is from Business of Fashion. Chanel's revenues rose 16%, excluding currency shifts, to 19.7 billion in 2023. So obviously something that they are doing is working. I think that honestly, the whole line thing and like the whole, because it's annoying. Like I won't lie. Like
I hate the fucking
the line it ruins the whole experience.
Is that a pandemic thing though? Is it?
Yeah.
And then they just like ran with it because I'm like, why can't I just go in the store and get some fucking Hermes slides? Like,
no,
because then you go to like Beverly Hills to get something from Hermes and you drive up and you're like, I'm not waiting.
You're not waiting in this line, and it also like ruins the fun of like. We've all had those days where, you know, you're drinking with a friend, you're having a great day and you're like, oh, let's just go into this store and like, let's look. And maybe you decide to buy something and it's special and whatever. And like, it has become such a farm where it's like, you need an appointment, you need to do all this stuff. And it's just kind of ruined it. And I've actually seen a bunch of TikToks from people recently saying that the whole experience has kind of declined in general because all the magic is gone and they just kind of farm people in and out. Like I can't remember which fancy designer store, but they were saying, I went to Paris, I had saved up my money, I wanted to go to the store, and they just kind of were like, okay, appointment for, like, come in, which color do you want? You want this one? Okay, and like give it to them and shove them out. And it's like, dude, you're spending so much money. There used to be magic. They used to be like, oh my gosh, would you like a glass of champagne? You know, you're buying this big bag, like it's such a big deal. But I'm saying this with one side in my mouth, but on the other side, the sales are 16% up.
That's the most interesting thing because I always think about that. I'm like, wait, what is the like, how are they getting the sales?
Right.
If they're making these people walk outside?
Because people are waiting in line. Every time I go to Soho in New York, I'm like, there's a line around every block for a different designer store.
I think some stores do it just because they want to get you know that new running thing that everyone's wearing, the On shoes? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I was staying at my friend's house on Bond Street and across the street's the On store. And there was a line. I was like, there is, and then you look in the store, 2-3 people, there is no fucking way that there is a line across the block for some On tennis shoes. Like, go in, get your tennis shoes and get out. Like, it was crazy and people were waiting.
No, people were waiting. And I think, well, another thing it could be is also the crime. Crime is so bad in every major city where it's like, if you have a bajillion people in the store and it's not regulated, yeah, it's probably easier for them to steal shit because the crime is crazy. So I don't know. Do you prefer in-person shopping or online?
I'm an in-person shopper because I'm so big and I'm disproportionate as fuck. If I get anything online, I'm like, oh, a large is perfect. And it's literally like a crop top and like a thong, like I can't wear. So I have to go in and I like to feel the texture. So lately when I was sober for some reason, I chose a different addiction, which was online shopping. And I was spending literally tens of thousands of dollars every month just because I would go on Grail and I would go on these design things. I had nothing fucking else to do. So I was like, I'm not a shopper. So, but now I need to be in the store. I want to feel it. I want to talk to an associate maybe some days.
I'm so torn because there are times when I really work up myself to go in person shopping. And I feel like more times than not, like Bethenny, for one reason or another, I'm kind of just disappointed in the experience. Like I just feel like, not to make myself sound old or whatever, but like when I was younger, going shopping was such a treat. It was so like magical. You know, I grew up going to malls and, you know, walking around, and it was like, it was just like a nice experience. And now I only shop online. I just get so stressed out. It's like either there's a line or they don't have your size or this and that. I just like to sit in my bed, have a glass of wine. I put on music or Bravo in the background and I just I comb through. I'm actually an amazing online shopper, like too good.
See, I'm not, I don't know how to do it. And I don't have I'm so ADHD, like to a sickening point.
Yeah,
I cannot
sit there and comb.
Because even if I see like page 1 out of 15, I'm like, I'm already out the page because I'm like, I don't have time to do this. I want to see all the things. And then I think they're bamboozling me because I'm like, let's look at new arrivals. Yeah. It's the shit that's not selling on the website that they want to get fucking out of the thing. So
for sure.
But I mean, I love a Mr. Porter if I'm going on a vacation or something.
Of course.
Because it's easy. But I feel like you're like the girl that like DoorDashes everything, Uber Eats everything,
I'm
gets
terrible.
everything sent.
Oh my
you
God, I'm
probably
so
don't
bad.
go grocery shopping.
No.
Lauren's probably at Erewhon doing the hauls and coming back. Like
Lauren is
that's
literally
how Brian was. Like
yeah.
he did not leave the house because it was just like it's an inconvenience and the experience is not great all the time.
No, my Uber Eats is out of control.
I can only
I
imagine.
literally love Uber Eats so much. It's like it's my favorite thing. And I do love a delivery of it. Oh my God, in New York they have same day Net-a-Porter delivery.
That's the best. I did it when I was in New York for the GLAAD Awards.
Oh my God, that is the horniest experience to me. It comes to your door, you try everything on, what you don't want, you send it back. Like
you just leave it with the doorman and it's like
luxury.
The rest is there. It's
a
the
luxury,
best.
baby. Oh my God, I love it.
It really is the best.
All right, well, Bethenny, keep making those videos if you want to. And Chanel, I guess,
keep racking up those
But
Chanel boy bags because guess what? They used to remember the days when they were literally like 5K or like 4K. They're literally $12,000 now. And I'm like,
I know.
You might as well get a Kelly, bitch. Like, what's the difference?
I know.
It's too much. It's getting out of control.
This is the other crazy thing that I wanted to mention, actually, is like the prices are so high now and people just keep buying.
People keep buying. Where's the money coming from? We are in a
recession. I just
are we?
I'm
we are. I mean, things are not going well. Let's put it
They're
that
not
way.
good.
The market's not good. I'm like putting my money and looking at my investment accounts. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But people are buying Chanel.
People are buying $12,000 bags.
Yeah. Do you think Bethenny bought anything from the Chanel stores after she did those whole like?
That's interesting. I wonder if she'll ever buy from them again. I kind of think she will.
She definitely will. She had the Chanel bathing suit. I think she had a Chanel tattoo.
Yeah.
Fake one.
I think she's just more like my take. I haven't watched all 25 of the videos, but my take is that, she's not deeply morally offended. She's just kind of like making a bit out of it.
Yeah.
Which
sure.
It depends how much you like Chanel. I mean.
Listen, get the bit, girl. Get the views. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Okay, this is insane. Are you ready for this?
I'm scared.
Ohio billionaire Larry Connor plans to take submarine to Titanic site after Ocean Gate implosion. Almost 1 year after the Ocean Gate. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm nervous for Larry. Almost 1 year after the Ocean Gate sub explosion, billionaire Larry has teamed up. Not me calling him billionaire.
Oh, Larry.
Billionaire Larry.
Bill Air.
Has teamed up with Triton Submarines co-founder Patrick LaHaye to create a new vessel to visit the Titanic. Connor told the Wall Street Journal in an interview, "I want to show people worldwide that while the ocean is extremely powerful, it can be wonderful and enjoyable and really kind of life-changing if you go about it the right way." The two are planning a journey to the Titanic in a 2-person submersible, which they named Triton 4002 Abyssal Explorer.
Abysmal for sure. Oh my.
Dude, you could never, ever, ever get me to do this. Truly, and by the way, just want to say again, the submersible implosion was so sad. It was so devastating. Like, obviously very, bad time for the ocean and for all of us, but like,
okay, Tinx. He's like, but environmentally, I gotta, like, yes, we know, but it was terrifying.
It was terrifying. And it's like, I am such a fraidy cat. I am very risk averse. So the fact that if I was a billionaire,
Same.
And when the whole thing started,
I'm very risk averse.
you'd never catch me jumping out of a plane. You would never catch me bungee jumping. You would never catch me doing anything, whitewater rafting, none of that shit. Like, you don't understand me. To me, thrilling is sitting by a pool with a cocktail. If I was a billionaire, when the submersible thing happened, everyone was like, well, you get to a point where like nothing hits for you anymore because you're so rich. Okay, fine, make me a billionaire, because let me tell you something. I would be sitting in my mansion with all my cats, drinking cocktails every day, and I would be happy as a freaking clam. I don't need to risk my life. And this is only a 2-person one. Do you know how fucking small that's going to be?
That would be so
claustrophobic to the nines.
I would, but first of all, it's like, come on, we've already learned once.
I know.
Unfortunately, it was a disaster. And why would you put yourself in that position unless you're really just ready to go?
Unless you're really at that point.
If you're at that point, maybe. But I'm like, why do we really need to see the Titanic in the first place? I'm good.
Oh my God.
The necklace is not down there.
The necklace is not down there.
We're not going to find anything. Rose is gone.
She's gone.
And we're good. She told her story and we don't need to go down there. It's going to be a bunch of pieces of metal. It's art and it's history and I love it and it's amazing. But like, we don't need to go get a closer look.
We really don't.
Closer see. And if we do, why don't we send down a little automatic drone camera or some shit, which I'm sure exists that can get that deep. And then
we'll take a look. And by the way, I feel like we already have good footage of it because of the movie. Footage. And it's kind of like a rusty pile of metal, which I don't want to be rude to archaeologists, but it's a rusty pile of metal.
It's a rusty pile of metal.
You don't need to see it.
We're going to get dragged for saying that. Sorry, archaeologists.
Sorry.
No, but it is. But when you Google it, it's good for me. That's the hit I need.
Totally.
And you're going to be a billionaire living in your backyard, door dashing and misreporting the shit out of everything. And you're going to be good to go. That's the rush we need.
Exactly.
I hope they don't do it. Phil, what's his name again?
Larry,
don't go down there because we don't really need to figure it out. And we want you here with us.
No.
Because why not?
Yeah, I wonder if they'll do any I wonder, given the disaster that happened before, I wonder if they'll do any special clauses in their insurance where they're like, oh, if you can't find us after X, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people also said that the resources that went to finding these guys was kind of disproportionate to the situation or what have you. So I wonder if this time they'll look at it differently, being like, there's a good chance that this will implode. So, I wonder what they'll say about that.
There's a great chance it's going to implode.
Yeah, I wonder what the actual odds are. I wonder if they've worked it out. It's so dark. Do you watch Hacks?
On a lighter note, I watched episode 7 last night, the new one. Oh wait, no, is it episode 7?
Is it the new one? Did they give out more?
Yeah,
give us more.
The new one was last night. I watched it.
Oh, I need to watch it.
It's my favorite show right now ever. I'm obsessed, and I love it. And I love what's that actress's name? I saw her.
Hannah.
Yes, I'm obsessed.
I have a crush on her. I'm obsessed with her.
I met her at Shawnee Darden. This is so LA and annoying as fuck, but I don't care. But I met her and I'm not starstruck by any fucking buddy, but her, I was like...
She was at Shawnee Darden?
Yes.
I love
Which makes her
Darden.
Even like me too. She's the best.
I love her creams.
Which is I did her triple acid peel mask last night, so LA, and it's the only thing that works.
I love her, the little vibrating face thingy.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
And
the little
great.
Pulsing thing for her eyes and shit. It's amazing.
No, she's amazing. Oh my God. And did you say hi to her, the actress?
No, because
Hannah?
it was my first time there in the salon, and I didn't want to be like that's how you get very quickly not asked back. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna
totally
not
be chill.
But of course I was trying to be louder
for
and
sure,
trying to get noticed, and maybe she would see. I have no shame.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what's the serum? Trying to get her just look at me, Hannah. Just something.
She's so talented.
I know.
She's so funny.
I will say with Hacks, though, this season, the first episode for me was a little rocky because I was trying to maybe get back into it. And then now I'm just fully engulfed. But in the beginning, I was something felt, I don't know, that was just my take. It just didn't feel.
I think that for me, I just consume so much media, in between seasons of shows now, that I genuinely forget everything that happened. So it's sometimes is a little hard for me to get back in. Whereas I feel like when I was younger and there was, we basically only had these big series and they would go away for a while, but we didn't consume as much as we do now. Whereas now my brain rot is so advanced with TikTok sounds and everything that I'm just it takes me a while to switch gears. But I think this season is so funny. I love it. And anyway, people are saying that it's on track to finally win Best Comedy Series, which it must.
It has to.
I'm rooting for it so hard. It would be amazing. It's so funny. I literally love that show. I think it is absolute comedy gold. I want to go back and watch the first 2 seasons because it's just so funny.
I think you're gunning for season 4, honey. There's definitely a part for you in
cameo.
I think you should do a cameo by Tinx and Hacks, and I said it here first, and don't forget this because we're going to run this back. You're going to be in Hacks season 4.
Manifest it. From your lips to God's ears, baby.
I think we will. You know whose character development I love this season too? The assistant. What's her name again? You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
The assistant to the talent manager. She's my favorite.
She's so
Do you remember
funny.
when she did that cheese ball gay pride thing? Hi, gays.
Yeah.
She's always been my favorite, and now her
She's
character
so funny.
development, she deserves that more than anything. And they were giving her a story, and we're seeing her dad, and it's well deserved. And I always get excited when a character gets that.
I agree, and I so agree with you that she really just caught all of our attention and is so fucking funny.
Yes.
And everyone was like, more. It just goes to show you, it's I think sometimes living in LA and working in entertainment, it can feel, the system isn't fair, or, no one can ever break through anymore. But, there's that Steve Martin quote that says, be so good they can't ignore you. And what is that actress's name? I just want to call her out on Hacks.
Lauren is tapping away. She's
away.
What is
But it's she...
You gave her no context, by the way. Hey, Lauren, what's that actress's name?
Yes.
Damn,
yes.
she's
Meg
good.
Salter. Yeah.
Damn.
Meg
Salter. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, gays.
Hi, gays. She deserves all the hype. She's so funny.
I've tried to like
her.
get her attention on Instagram because I'm like, all I need is like a follow from Meg Salter and I'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like another niche celebrity. I'm like, I just want like her. Like, I think she's the coolest person ever.
Niche celebrities are the coolest.
I did meet her one time at an after party because I'm friends with like that whole like comedian group, like Matt Rogers type. And I did meet her and she was like funny as fuck, even like
you can tell that she's that funny in real life.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are so different. I'm sure you've had experiences with this. Is like you'll be bantering with someone online and on Insta. I think it happens most with influencers and creators, to be honest with you, because if you only have to show up on like TikTok, Insta, whatever, you can definitely manufacture your personality. And it hasn't happened a ton, but there has definitely been a few people where they are so different from their personality.
It trips me the fuck out,
It's
man.
so trippy.
I think it's different for us though, because I mean, we were internet friends for a while.
No, I know, yeah.
We didn't really know what to expect from each other.
Totally.
And then our real first like interaction was doing the show, really, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was our first long term.
Yeah.
But I think me and you are exactly who the fuck we
agree.
are. But it's frustrating because like when we meet people in our own industry, sometimes you're like, you who?
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Like, like you're so funny
It's so
online.
crazy.
But it really kind of turns me off.
It's an unnerving experience because you do feel it's a bit fake then because you feel like the other person is putting on like this show, but it's not how they really are.
It is. And it's frustrating because like sometimes I'm a little envious because I feel like for you and me, for instance, we're so ourselves online, which can be a lot.
For sure.
To just put everything out there and be ourselves. Then you meet someone, I'm like, girl, you are acting, and like, good for you because maybe you can turn it off and maybe this is really you. Like, but I don't think there's longevity to that. Oop, I said it.
Nope. You said it.
I've been an influencer for a really long time.
I know. How long have you been an influencer?
8 years, full time.
That's crazy.
I left Tommy Hilfiger when I was younger. No one knows that, but yeah, I was like, I took a risk before it was like a thing, before TikTok or anything.
No.
And it worked.
It worked.
I've done it all, honey.
I think influencers are kind of like athletes in that they have a few good years in them, and if you're able to last longer than a few years, you've really made it.
I think
8 years
too.
is like you're in it. You're grandfathered in. You're not going anywhere, which is awesome. But like, no one likes to hear about how like influencing is hard. So I'm not saying that, but I think to stay relevant and to continue to deliver fresh content for more than like 2-3 years is really something. So congrats. That's really amazing.
Yeah, I've had many different iterations of things, and then I just decided to like do the content that makes you feel good, and that. And it happened to be these skinty meals and just me shooting the shit, and it worked.
Well, and
that's
the thing is like it's authentic to you, and you're just really being yourself.
Yeah, and that's me.
Okay, a little bride news, a little wedding news. We talk about that a lot on this pod.
Sore subject.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm no longer a bride.
You're no longer a bride.
Thank God.
But like you're getting divorced. That's chic, honestly.
I know.
I think divorce
Don't you
is
think
chic.
it is?
Yeah, I do.
I always kind of deep down knew that I would have a divorce under my belt, but I didn't think it'd be like by 30. I thought it'd be like by like 38. But thank you for saying that because it makes me feel a lot better.
I always say that to my community because I feel like people have shame about divorce, and I think there's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. I think on the contrary, it should be a badge of honor because it shows that, you and your ex partner, whoever you were married to, you both saw that it wasn't working and you advocated for your own happiness. And that's more than a lot of people in this world can say. It's hard. It's hard as fuck to make that choice. But if you did it, it means you needed to do it. And now, to anyone out there listening, like there is absolutely no shame in it. It's seriously, we need to destigmatize divorce. It's not a bad word.
I think so too. And it's also a beautiful thing because this is, cheesy, but it's true. But like when you go through shit like this, like you learn so much about yourself and you're able to like, there's a lot of people in the world that stay with people forever, that they're not truly happy and they never get to actually get to know themselves or love themselves.
So true.
So when you go through this tough time, you learn so much about yourself. And that goes for breakups and divorces. And like, I promise you, for listeners, every time you go through something like this, if you believe it and you shift your mindset to like positivity, something so much fucking better and bigger is gonna be, you're gonna get a bigger dick, more money, more career, higher stuff. Like it's like sky's the limit. You just have to keep the mindset. It's an exciting time if you believe it is. Don't be a down in the dumps bitch.
I so agree. And I mean, the fact that you're literally in it right now and you already have this like incredible outlook, I think will serve you so well. And it's so true. And you know, you look back at really hard times in your life and you're like, wow, thank God I went through that because I needed it to get to this next thing. And it's, of course, it's fucking tough when you're going through it, but it's I always say like it's this or something better. It's this or something better. You just have to keep going.
10 times nicer, 20 times hotter, and a few extra inches, babe.
Yeah. It's like,
and you're good to go. And you're good to go.
And you're good to go. No, we said that when we were on Jeff Lewis's pod. Joey and I both have a secret kind of mystical power to only be able to find big dicks.
I know where the big dicks are. I 100%. Know what we're working with. I think it'll really serve me well in this thing. Or maybe I'll like date a girl for a year.
Oh, I love that.
I'm technically bisexual, you know.
Oh, I didn't know. That's fabulous.
You single? No, I'm just kidding. I'm like the list. I'm like, I'm down because I think I do want a guy with like a similar voice. I need it.
Yeah, no, a sexy voice is really everything.
There's nothing better. Like
I
want a sexy voice. Like I want it. Okay, tell me the bride news. Sorry.
It's good.
I feel like I'm throwing this all off topic.
No, I love it. I was going to take a segue and talk about dicks for a while, but we've done enough of that.
Oh.
Bride replaces bridesmaid just days before wedding because she refused to buy the specified dress. Just days before her wedding, 26-year-old bride shares that she decided to replace one of her bridesmaids over a dress dispute. The context is the bride explained on an online forum that she had asked all of her 8 bridesmaids to purchase the same burgundy mesh dress. Oh, well, that's why she didn't want to buy it. Burgundy mesh. Shame on you.
Burgundy mesh.
She had picked out from an online retailer along with silver shoes. I'm sorry, burgundy mesh and silver shoes? You deserve to have no bridesmaids. This sounds like a disaster.
There shouldn't be a wedding, babe. We got to get rid of this. Wait, what? I'm trying to envision this.
So one bridesmaid, a friend since 12 years of age, ordered the wrong dress. Oh, she ordered the wrong one. She didn't. Okay. Despite the bride having proof that she asked all of her bridesmaids to order from a specific website, her friend insisted that the bride had told her that the dress had to be maroon and chiffon and nothing else. The bride claimed she received several messages from the woman saying she's sorry for ruining everything and messing it up and she can't afford another dress right now. So despite the apologies, the bride asked her another friend to fill in the bridesmaid position. She is still invited to the wedding, but she's not a bridesmaid anymore and won't be walking down the aisle, the bride wrote, before admitting that she is now having big regrets about her decision. I feel absolutely horrible and have barely slept tonight, but my fiance is insisting that I've done nothing wrong. Okay. First of all,
where do we start? The mesh dress, the silver heels, or the damn part like that?
Burgundy mesh and silver shoes is jail. Second of all, she ordered the wrong dress. Here's my question. Why would replacing her with a different bridesmaid fix that? Because they're already a few days away from the wedding.
What's that going to change? You're doing it despite her. And you know what? The bridesmaid didn't order the wrong dress. The dresses were hideous.
They were hideous.
She wanted something a little bit cuter. And she did you a favor.
Yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. I've never been married and I want to just... I get that you have a certain vision for your wedding day, but I think that there are times in life when you should be upset and times in life where you just kind of have to laugh and go, okay, my girlfriend ordered this slightly different looking dress. Who gives a shit? It is your day. If you don't want her to be in photos because you really think it's going to mess it up, fine. But de-bridesmaiding her the days before is quite frankly dramatic and pathetic.
It's petty.
It's petty. And it's like...
You're doing it to prove a point.
Oh my God, you're doing it to prove a point. And it's like, you're already asking. I also think that like, listen, here's what. If you feel that strongly about everyone wearing an ugly ass burgundy mesh dress, then you should buy them all for people. Sorry, if it's that important to you, then get them for people.
You do it. Otherwise, you know what you do? You tell everyone. Like, I've had some girls do this, and maybe this is not the right thing, but for me, it sounded good. You have a vibe and a thing and a color and a thing. So in her case, I guess it's burgundy mesh. And it's like, hey, girls, get your burgundy mesh dresses.
Totally.
Just send me a picture of whatever you get, and I'll just say if I like it or not.
And do that.
But like, honestly, this is why you don't this is why marriage to me and weddings is so.
Yes.
That's why I got married on a fucking whim in St. Bart's, because we went to another wedding and the bride was so stressed out. The bridesmaids didn't have fun. Everyone was all on edge. You spend hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars on this one day, and you're worried about a mesh burgundy dress not being right. Like, that takes away from the whole point. You're getting married to share your life.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
No, I agree. I think, I don't know if I'm going to get married. But if I do, I think I would want to elope too. I think it's like so special and sexy, and like, I don't know, it's very nice. And I'm actually in 2 weddings in June where the brides did what you said, which I actually love, where it's like, this is the vibe. Just flash me a picture of the dress so I make sure it's okay. And I just think that's a lot better. Girls can like borrow that way. They can find something in their closet. Like, it doesn't matter. And I think it's also cool and unique if all the dresses are different. Like, I think that's very chic.
I think it's chic.
So it's a shame. It's a shame because I think, look, people, that sometimes the wedding gets like bigger than the marriage. And I think what's important,
that's what it is
you need to be surrounded by people you love, marrying the love of your life. And that's really all that matters. I know that some people really care about pictures, and I'm not diminishing people's, wants and desires, but I think it's like, if you care more about how you look on the pictures in your wedding day than like the actual experience of your loved ones and you yourself, that's kind of like lame. I think you need to prioritize the feeling of the wedding, because at the end of the day, yes, a picture is a nice memory, but when you rather have like a picture of you cracking up hysterically because all of your friends were having so much fun than like a picture of you looking perfect. Like, you can always do a fucking photo shoot. Seriously, you can. You can never have like the wedding again. No. So prioritize that.
It's like be in the wedding and like remember what you're there for. Like, that's the problem that gets so taken away. That's why I eloped. Didn't work out for me, but it will work out for other people.
And who knows?
It was a beautiful wedding. It was on the top of the Rosewood.
Wasn't it in St. Bart's?
Yeah, and it was
so
like
romantic.
We planned it in 3 days. I went with the Rosewood, and the whole like team was already there, and they're like, "Do you want to do your wedding? We have the photographers. We have everything." I'm like, "Sure,
why not?
It's fucking free." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Love that.
Photos were beautiful. A beautiful Daily Mail spread where they like basically railed me out for getting married too quickly, and it was actually perfect. I could not ask for anything more, actually.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm afraid to announce the breakup too, because I'm like, people go so like,
the Daily Mail will come again. They'll find some way to,
hopefully.
Hey.
Just kidding. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, but don't demote your bridesmaid, bitch.
Don't do that. Did you see the Lake Como wedding thing? Speaking of weddings, the guy spraying his bride in the face with champagne.
No.
So the thing on TikTok this week was this video went viral of a groom spraying his bride with a full bottle of champagne right after they got married. Like, they were cutting the cake, and I
saw that video. I thought that guy was gay.
Oh,
spraying his friend who he was. Wait, I missed the whole.
No, that's his wife.
Oh, I was like, oh, the gay, cute little pocket case, like spraying her in the face with the champagne. I got that way wrong, girl. Shit.
No, so it was her husband, and everyone was like, how could you do that? She spent probably thousands of dollars. Speaking to our point of like how expensive and crazy weddings are now, she probably spent, first of all, they're in Lake Como, the most expensive like fancy place ever. She has a beautiful dress on, hair and makeup done, and he sprayed her. And it was like before the party, before anything, that was just like they just got married. And then the couple got so defensive, and they were saying, oh, no, she liked it. And they were making jokes like, oh, I'm being canceled on my honeymoon, haha. And then they took down the video because they were, everyone had these takes, which my take included. To me, that's very dark. For a guy to do that to his wife, it's cruel. It's not funny. I would be so hurt. I would feel humiliated. I would feel like he didn't love me. I would feel like there was some dark energy towards me from him. The wife seems to be fine about it, but I don't know. The internet was not okay with it.
She might think it's fine, but plot twist, I don't want to be sprayed with champagne when I'm looking nice anywhere, anytime. That's like my worst fucking fear. Like, it's sticky, it's gross, and then you have to go on your night once again and be like that. And the person that did it to you was not your pocket gay, it was your husband. And that, to me, it's pretty dark.
It's kind of dark.
And she now has to pretend like it's okay because she just got married. And how bad would it look if they had problems already? So the stigma there, and that also sucks to hold that. So I am sorry, Trixie, for you, because I hope that you got to take a shower and rinse off. And I hope you had makeup on staff. But what a beautiful, like, something to like ruin such a beautiful thing.
It ruins it. And imagine spending your entire honeymoon looking at TikTok, all these hot takes being like your husband's an ass. And deep down, even if you like you said, even if you like think it's fine, in your gut, I feel like after you've seen 100 videos of people being like your husband's an ass, you're like, my husband's kind of an ass.
Exactly. And now it's going to be in her head. And that's how the universe works in mysterious ways. Oh, and by the way, it's not okay for the pocket gay to spray anybody in the face, the bride at a face at a wedding.
I would be okay if one of my gay friends did it.
If I sprayed you in the face on your wedding, you'd be pissed.
Yeah, it's about to be Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Yeah, the gays can do no wrong in my book, but yes.
I'm missing Pride. I'm like the worst gay ever. You're going to be here for sure.
What? I love Pride.
Yeah, you're going to be here for sure with like a tutu and like everything. I'm excited to see. I'll be in Europe.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, Joey, what are you working on? What do you want to plug? Where can people find you?
Oh, well, definitely book me on Cameo. I've been killing it on Cameos. It's just at Joey Zauzig for any personal messages, whatever you want. I love a Cameo, and I've been doing so many.
Crush it.
So I've been loving that. Look out for my cookbook coming soon. June 27th, I'll be in San Francisco doing a live show. And then tomorrow, which I'm not going to plug because I ain't going to be out. And then what else am I doing? You can find me on at Joey Zauzig, TikTok, Instagram. Text me I'm just kidding. That's it.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. This was amazing.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Till next time. Bye.
Mwah.